A red alert is literally about to start. That's fun. That's actually kind of handy. We'll see if it's the Fisher one. I haven't done that one yet. So hi everyone. I hope, let's see, let me make sure. Hoping my mic is working here. Let's see. I hope it is. Sweet. I have to take a phone call. I'll be 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. That took that was a lot. My wife called because we were having car problems this morning, and then my neighbor needed a shovel. It's a bit of a thing. So, hi everyone. Welcome to Oizys Day 1. Oh, I should probably read all this, but also, where is our red alert? Oh, is this the iron coral one? Interesting. We're gonna take the Cosmo liner over. Oh, wait, no, I can take the red alert jump over. So I haven't done this one yet. I haven't done any of the red alerts. But this weather is bubble bloom. This is a cute little shoreline. My guess is that iron coral is going to be ambitious. Let me look at the sheet. Where are we? Magnetic? Is this the magnetic horizon? Wait, is this actually the magnetic horizon? What's that? Yeah, iron coral is that. Okay. And we need 4. So we can just go into a triple look for that one. I wonder... I don't think this gives us drone bits. Ah. Is it working? How far can we go? Oh, like right to here. That's pretty. That's pretty. I'm way up on shore. Holy heck. And then we triple hook. And now, I guess in theory, you could use a high cordial if you wanted. I'm not gonna waste a high cordial when I can basically force the bite. But yeah, so this is Bubble Bloom. This is one of the variants. This one has Fisher. I love these little guys. I'm a little annoyed though, because right now it's clouds, and the big thing I want to test, and I might actually have to build a new rod for this, what's the word I'm looking for? Cosmocryl. This battery's dying too on my mouse. Is Cosmocryl testing, which is the cloud weather for us right now. That has gotten that's going to be getting a lot of my attention soon, just because we're finding that you probably need to have a really high perception, or at least decently high perception, in order to do it easily. I've done it with, I think I've done it without needing to eat food, but I'm going to figure out how to do it with food first and then deal with it. Yeah, so it's just clouds, clear, and fair. As of now, the only weather mission we have is for Fisher is clouds. We'll probably get one for clear right afterwards. In an expansion. Right. I wish I could hotkey that. Just be like, press a button, opens this. I also want this to automatically open, which I thought they were going to do at some point, but apparently not. I'm also going to be trying to keep track of the Cosmic Exploration channel. So I need 3. I need like just a little bit more 3, and then we can upgrade to the next rod. So this one seems relatively straightforward. I mean, as all the RA missions are, you just show up because they have to be geared down for like the lowest level. So for this one, it literally does. Wait, does this give us 3? It does give us 3. Cool. All right, we can just stay here then, and then we'll pick up the new rod after. Yeah, this one seems like it'd be relatively straightforward. Just ambitiously lure your way to the coral. Oh wait, Nightbot, we're not doing that anymore. I knew I forgot to turn something off. Now I have to remember where those are as well. Oh, timers, that's what it is. But yes, no, this weekend on Sunday, if you were here on Sunday, I streamed for like 14 hours, and we raised $3,500 for the Coral Reef Alliance. You can catch a VOD for that on my YouTube channel if you decide to watch. But we had a nice long fish train, and then we did a bunch of stuff with Denmo, and then we did a bunch of indie games. By a bunch, I mean 2. The soul cleansing blast. I'm glad to hear that it was soul cleansing. I've never heard anyone describe one of my streams as soul cleansing. Make sure that my tweets posts from now. But also, other news for the fishing world, tonight is another expansion window for Purse of Riches at 9:36, so like 11 hours from now, or at least a little under 11 hours from now. This far, running to here. But annoyingly, this also came up. Not only did it come up during clouds, it came up during the 4 to 8 timed mission, which I've already recorded a guide for. I've already recorded the footage for. I think I have the guide down for it. Oh, I can't show mission lists here. But that one, I think, is going to be one that's going to be very popular. Because you can easily chain it, and if you start with a chain, it's great. You can get a ton of drone bits from it. It's really kind of a fun little mission. What else? Oh, also with the new with the charity stuff, if you entered into one of the giveaways, if you won, you've already been emailed, so please check your emails. I have eaten, yes. I had a full fruit smoothie thing for breakfast, and a not nutter butter cookie, and a handful of chips, and I have a water bottle sitting next to me. Nope, I didn't want to do that yet. I didn't expect to wake up so late. I was actually expecting to be up at 4:45, but because we got the massive snowstorm on Sunday, so I spent a good couple hours yesterday digging cars out, my own plus my neighbors. Did that again this morning. I kind of was hoping that I'd wake up sooner, but I didn't. I woke up right at 5, and bless Chaos for populating the spreadsheet for me already. Well, for us, really, actually. So big thank you to Chaos for populating out the spreadsheet with all the missions and all the data that we knew. So I think we're going to ride this out just because Cosmic 3s I need, and we're not max yet. And what else do we get from this one? I wish it would tell me my rewards. It's a neat little shore though, I really like this. With the bubbles too, it's actually... How did you pick that? With the bubbles too, I actually kind of like this shoreline. Let's see, how many does this give us? This gives us 6 and 3 and 1. Okay. So in terms of that, let me initiate this and just start blindly doing it. Do that. We're capped on 1, and we definitely can use 6. So 1 is so easy to come by, I'm not too concerned. But having, 3 and 6 is fine. Also ignore the fact that I have just not done any other relic, because I don't want to. Lol Achievements does also have the weathers up to date, has the weather tracker set up already. It does mimic Sinus, and I think it's tracking off of Sinus and Faina, or the stack is similar. Sadly, my red alert was not fishing enabled. I didn't expect it to be fishing. So it was nice to see. I hadn't seen this one yet, so it's nice to check off the list. I kinda wish I got a little bit of drone bits off of these. Like, I don't need a ton. I mean, you can get a lot when you start chaining the golds, which, like I was saying, if you do the 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. mission for Fisher, like, you can easily chain that. We're like knocking this out in a minute, maybe. With the GP refresh, it's just kind of silly. We also should figure out what we spend our Cosmo credits on. The new, I think the only thing you can get is the new Admiral's outfit, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think after this, we'll go grab the we'll grab the next relic. How many steps are there? Is it 5, I assume? New mount, trading cards, framers kit and stuff too. Oh, you know, I forgot about the framers. I'll go look at those really quick. Is it only 3 steps? Okay, so then the next step will be our final step, I think. Because that'll be version 1. Yeah, we get 1.2. So version 1.3 would be next, yeah. Someone pointed out that Oizys has a fraction of the missions. It's like a little over, it's like a little over 2/3 the total missions. And if you look at the actual mission log, it's like, we can look at it here in a minute. It's lower, which I'm not that surprised by now that it's like someone pointed it out. I was like, oh, actually that makes sense. Yeah, there's only like 2 weather missions. There's only 2 like time restricted missions. We don't have any sequential missions yet that we have found. Despite the fact that there is a Dune resource emergency like 1 and 2, they aren't a sequence. Which I'm kind of okay with. It kind of makes sense too, because you don't want to have like completionists having to do like 2,000 missions. I'm just hoping, and this is what we're seeing a little bit so far with some of these EX missions, is you do need to know what you're doing. Fire Eye, with the, let's see, Fire Eye, I cannot speak this morning. Fire Eye. The moon was a pain with its sequential missions in some cases. They were, but I'm also like, I think it was really cool what they did, where it's like you had to complete certain missions to unlock other missions. I loved that. And even if we had less missions, I still would want to see that because it encouraged people to actually do other things. Which I think was great. That is still yet to be seen here with, you know, this one. But yeah, no, I think it makes sense that there's less missions. I'm just hoping that we find the A's and the EX, like EX pluses, are just a little bit more on the, like, you gotta be a little bit more locked in, as the kids would say. You gotta be a little more locked in on those for those to really work, and I think that would be fine. Honestly, at this point, if they made the final one just nothing but, like, maybe there was like 50 missions each class, and it was like nothing but Class A's, EXs, and EX pluses, I would probably be okay with that. I did not need to use a cordial there, but I did anyways. I can just get some back. That's the other thing we can spend Cosmo credits on, is bait and cordials. Yeah, I think for the completionist, having less missions makes sense. I don't want to shy away from it. I don't think I can get those anymore. No. Okay. Should I take the Cosmo liner back? Because oh wait, hold on. Let's grab the Aetherite first. So this is the other new thing too, is that whenever you finish the Cosmo liner, you can get these Aethernet shards. 1,500 credits. Let's go gambling, and then you can just teleport back. It would help if I had tuned to the one at the base. We'll do that. So grab that before I forget, because I will forget. Anyways, I am less I'm less concerned about the missions so far with the few that I've seen. Like the few like high level ones coming out of hold on, I need to actually not be wearing it to give it to you. Which now makes me think that maybe the next step is only gonna be like the next moon is gonna be probably the smallest and only have like one or two. Does this have a new look? Bug. No, okay. So, as expected, the next one will have the look. And what do we need for that? We still need 6, that's fine. We need 3, 4, 5 ones. Okay. Well, we have to go complete all these missions anyways, so. Alright, let's go throw these away. Go for the thing that has the stuff. Volatile gravity vacuum suit identification key. Is that the like Mech-Ops mechs? I love droning away. I don't. We'll go with that one. So the next cloudy weather looks like it'll be in like an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half at 12:40. So I'm intending to go do that for sure. I really want that barding. Gilliam, yes, I do streams now. I've been. Oh, hello. I've been streaming for a hot minute more often, yeah. It's just it hasn't been consistent because I've been like working and all that. There's a new Mech Ops with Bunny. Of all the things at least I like green. Ooh, that's a new Orchestrion I don't have. This is a bunch of stuff I don't need. Versus a bunch of... I mean, it's going to be a crapshoot anyways. But yeah, Gilliam, I stream on Twitch and YouTube now. I do a lot of fishing stuff. And we can go get another... No, we don't have enough for that. Okay. Okay, what I need to also do, sometime before we hit the next, sometime before the next cloud, I need to throw material. I need to melt this to perception. Has everyone here? Has everyone heard the music in Oizys yet? Just wondering. Have we all heard the new music? Okay, let me put that on here. Give me 1 second. We'll go find someplace quiet, and we'll put on music. Let me pull out this perception materia here so I can stack perception. And also, while I'm at it, can I grab some of the really high ones? Ooh. Gorilla 6000, thank you for that follow. Let's see. Sorry, my wife is talking to my dad about the car problems we were having this morning. Is 36 the highest I can get? Yes, it is. Okay. I don't hate this music, but I don't know. It's not what I was expecting. So give me a second. Let me pause that music. I think Melodic described it best. It's if the Country Bears did Stargazers. And it's a good, like, I don't hate the song. It just doesn't, like, when coming into this whole, like, planet, I was like, oh yeah, it's the ruins of, like, an ancient civilization on, like, a gravity well, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yeah. This was not the music I was expecting. It is kind of like Chocobo Farmish in terms of the music. It's very goofy. Like, I don't hate it, but it's not something that I feel like listening to all the time in here. Yeah, to me it's like the Ultima Thule song, which I can't even remember. The Close the Distance. Great song, not one that I'm listening to on loop. Give me 1 second here. I'm also updating the spreadsheet. For those who are wanting to get some information, the community spreadsheet for Oizys fishing is located here. Yeah, it is goofy. Yeah, and I liked Fena better. I have a feeling though that anything that followed Fena was not going to live up to our expectations, because Fena was just really good music. Let me just finish updating this spreadsheet here really quick, which you can access on those links that I just provided. The inverted tilapia, 12 seconds, and it is a powerful bite. Okay. Powerful hook set. Yeah. Anyways, I haven't done this EX yet. It's been on my list to do, so I'm going to hop on the Cosmo line and do it, I guess. But yeah, I think when I logged in this morning, I'm tired as heck right now because I've been like shoveling snow the whole stream on Sunday. It's been a long week, a hell of a week. So like I haven't slept super well, so I'm really tired right now. And when I came into Oizys, I'm looking at like these ruins. There's a giant like gravities all over the place. They're talking about how it's like all this, everything's upside down, la la la. And then I hear the Country Bears Jamboree playing, and I was just like, did I wake up? Am I in a dream? Yeah, Onyx, that's the other thing I think someone pointed out. Mel, I think, was the other one who pointed it out, was like, it's very, very much like some of these look like some of the, like these are cacti. This is very clearly meant to represent like geometric crystal cacti. Like this is barrel cacti. Hold on a second. Is that the pun they're going with here? Hold on. Yes. It has to be. Because barrel is hexagonal? Yeah. I hate this pun. Pebbles, where are you? You're gonna love this. Just screenshot, post that on. Barrel cactus. I just got the pun. That's nicely done. Well done on that. Anyways, there's a fishing hole around here somewhere. Over there, actually. I'm gonna laugh if one of the expansion zones, like I'm looking at where the expansions are gonna be, and it's probably gonna be like right here and right here. I haven't looked at the map very much, so I don't know for sure. But I'm really expecting them to be here and here, but I really want the collapsed tunnel to be the expansion point, and then like this area just gets drained all the way down, so we're like, we start here and then we just cast all the way down in. I'm excited. There's gritty western music and this goofy banjo music and the Sky Children Riders and the Sky Children's music. This is like, it is goofy, and I'm fine with goofy, but I just didn't expect ruined civilization and goofy to go together. I've never been to the Sonoran Desert Museum. It's Woody's Roundup. Explain what, Gil? Alright, let's try this. Let me bring up this sheet too so I can keep an eye on what fish we got going in. So, collapsed tunnel specimen, multi-hook, doubles, count. This isn't a multi-hook one. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Large mutant, elongated, requires ambitious lure. Okay. And this gives us 1, 5, and 6, which is great because we need those. Let's give that a shot, I guess. What is it? Largest fish? Oh, okay. So we have to get that fish. That's easy. I say that knowing full well. Oh wait, no, we have 30 minutes for an EX. Oh, but only 10 bait. Okay, never mind. I take that all back. I'm not going to waste. I mean, I have all the time in the world, I guess. Am I going to need EGF? I don't know. But if we don't get the message, we save our bait. And then we cast back out. This is the thing that these types of missions test you on, by the way, is when you have to use like a hidden fish. And, oh, that's really nice. Getting the proc plus that. I'm going to take this as a catch. That's what these types of missions are testing you on. If you have to find a hidden fish and have a limited number of bait, then, you want to use rest on any of those casts that don't have a proc message. So I got a proc message. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for a ferocious bite. Most likely what it is. Damn. That's too fast. Oh wait, no, I had chum. Maybe it is. If it isn't, I'll just surface slap prize catch again. Even if this is the other ferocious bite that's in the hole. It's not. Okay, well that's gold 2 at least. And we could do it again if we wanted. Just farm it. Why not? Get an idea for how these are feeling. I think I'm going to end up doing guides on all the EXs again. I'm starting a document as well in my Notion to keep track of all the strategies. And I got all the time in the world too, so I don't need to... So far the missions have felt a little bit better balanced for Fisher around the 30-minute timers on some of these. It doesn't feel like a complete blowout. It feels like they've really left like the... that's it again, I think. If not, that's a really long iron tooth. Sorry, thorny tooth. I really want to hope that's what I want. Nope. Yeah, that's gold 3. And we could do it again. I do really like this gold system now. Like the getting the golds in sequence. If anyone hasn't seen this, they added it, I think at the end of Fena. If anyone hasn't seen it already. But basically, for every A rank or higher mission that you complete at gold level, you get bonus rewards based on the number that you had. Was it in 7.4? Okay, yeah, so it was at the end of Fena. You get a bonus percentage of the rewards per stack you get, and if you can do 5 in a row, and then complete this, I think it's what, is it? It's 5 plus 1. And if you complete that plus 1 on gold, you get like a massive buff and the whole thing restarts. This is actually not going to be my fish. It's not going to be my fish. Don't waste the bait. This is also where I'm wondering if I would recommend not using chum. Because then you have a better idea. But I don't know, you have like a 2.5 second cooldown, so it's probably not that big of a deal. I haven't even seen an iron tooth yet, or a thorny tooth. An iron thorny tooth. I'd really like to know what type of fish that is, because it sounds like an arowana. But we're just gonna keep getting... Okay, cool, we're done. We're done. We can stop chaining that one. But we can do these. Ooh, multi-hook. Alright, catch specified quick fish as quickly as possible. More time remaining will earn a higher score. How much time do I start with? 30 minutes, so I have 4 minutes and 50 seconds to get gold, and I have to catch 5 of a specific fish. And my guess is that it's going to be collapse sucker. See, if I want to force my time, I want to make my time useful. So yeah, we'll probably we'll risk the run here, and we'll do. Hold on, we can identical cast, so that'll be fine. So what I'll do is I'll use ambitious lure. That proc right off the start. I'm gonna take this slap. This morning I was doing the testing on Cosmo Krill, and I got the ferocious bite right as the habitation modules were being built. So I heard the like pling, and then yeah, that sound. I heard that sound, and then all the confetti came up and my screen went white at like 6 a.m. in the morning. Oh my gosh, I was so confused. Alright, so there is a collapse sucker. So we can use identical cast, multi-hook, and I know that double hook? Yeah, double hook will give us 2, which means multi-hook will give us 4. So if you haven't seen multi-hook yet, this is a new stellar action that they've introduced. It will double the amount of fish that you catch with whatever hook you use. So if you are, for example, using hook on a fish and you hook it in and you have multi-hook effective, then you get 2 fish. If you use triple hook, and that would normally give you 5 fish. I think that's the example that I have. Is that I know there's a mission that gives you 5 off of a triple hook. If you multi-hook it, it gives you 10. And if you prize catch that triple hooked fish for 10, it just automatically maxes out your Angler's Art stacks. So you get 450 GP back off of a 900 GP cost, which means it's half cost, which means you can do it twice with some other fun stuff. Here, let's see if we can finish this and get a super gold off of Mutant really quick. And then I'll see if I can go show you another one of the, like that mission with the multi-hook. I can't remember what it was called. So I need to send that barrel cactus pun to Pebbles, the geologist. Oops, I totally just wasted that bait. That's not me. God, the barrel cactus pun though is actually sending me right now. I haven't done any of the mech ops yet. completed. I'm a superstar. Yeah, so basically the way that works is you get all of these things and then you get 30% rewards. So here's something that I think will probably be interesting for those of you who are like optimizing grinding for the new mounts and stuff. Going into certain missions, you may want to do easier A rank plus one, like A rank or higher missions to gain stacks of gold. And then when that one mission comes out that you want to do and get like that, it gives you a ton of rewards, do it after the 5th one and you'll get 30% increased rewards. So I think that's kind of fun. I think that will end up being actually really interesting as well. Okay, so give me 1 second. I just want to double check those sizes that we just got. And the points that we got more specifically. Yeah, so for example, this is what I got off the 30 plus, since I've reached the maximum range. You got 30%. So instead of getting 84, I got like over 100 Cosmo credits. Instead of 62, I got 84 Oizys credits, and then another 60 drone bits, and then plus a bunch of experience towards all those, and another bunch of Cosmo class things. Hold on, do we have the Cosmo class for this? We do, which would make this 41. Oh, what's 41 times 4? 164. Why is the spacing all screwed up on that? Yes, so you can use the battle hall, which is what I've done in the past for re-rolling missions. Basically you just clean up my little thing here so I can see. Basically you just go to the gold saucer and then you just queue into the battle hall, leave, and come back, and it re-rolls all your missions. It's way quicker than like picking it up and abandoning it. But alright, so size-wise, that Endoceras was 15,330, which is within the expected range. Okay. How long did that take to bite? 27 seconds or so. Bump that up a little bit on the spreadsheet. I do need to get some other data here for timings. The big thing on the spreadsheet is that we never finish out the bite rates and the double hook, triple hooks. My guess is that the elongated Camaro Ceres is going to be a 1 yield on the double triple hook. But I can test that later. I also have a couple of more drone modules. I might go run and do those really quick at some point. But we can come back to Dune Resource Emergency 1. That one is going to be interesting, but Dune Resource Emergency 2 is going to be a bit better. But we'll do Cosmo Maggots right now. Let me also just make sure I got the baits listed on this correctly. Yes, that's Cosmo Jerky near Cosmic Sand Leech. I want to make sure I'm updating this spreadsheet as I go so I don't forget, because that's what we're meant to be doing today. Moro Saw is a 2 and a 3 on the double triple hook, and we're good. Cool. Alright, so let's do so here's the last thing. So here you see critical missions, sequential missions, time restricted missions, weather. You see it's like 2, 2, 2, 2, a bunch. For Fena, it was like 3, however many. This is 7, 3, 2. They've cut that way back. Same thing with Sinus, like it's gone down a little bit even since Sinus. So makes sense. The longer you go, you want to have less to do. Alright, so Cosmo Maggot testing. We're going to go for collectible fish, which I have collect on. There's a skink I can catch now? Oh, I love skinks. We're gonna have to add a column for average size, but we can do that in a bit. Alright, so it looks like we have to catch magnetic shells, which are precision hook sets. Okay. So we initiate, go, cast, modest lure to force our way into it. Because we have 15 Cosmo Maggots. So we want to make sure we're using our bait effectively, but we also need to mooch them. So we're going to get a little... This is basically... We have to get enough magnetite shells to get everything we need. Now, I'm totally doing this wrong because I'm going to get an average size. But the good news is, off the magnetite shell, it looks like these are the only... It looks like it's only collectibles off of that, so that's good to know. Oh, hey, look, a gar. It's a pseudo gar, even. Maybe I'll end up doing a guide for this one too, because this one looks like it could be weird for folks who don't know. The upside down squeaker that is still upside down. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this too. There's a couple of fish that are listed as like inverted, like in the last one we had inverted lungfish. They took the icon and they flipped it upside down. So there's a bunch of fish that are just like inverted fish and they're just upside down on their icons now. Ooh, we're gonna have to figure out if identical cast is gonna be worth it in this case. It might be just for bait conservation. Oh, and we don't have to go that far. Hold on, why am I spending so much time on this? We only need one. Yeah, I wish we could print a lot of these fish. That would just be really silly fun. And then we mooch. I'm trying to think, because like time isn't a problem. Bait is. Identical casting would be more efficient on our time and our bait, because instead of expending 2 bait to get potentially 1 muscle, we can guarantee 1 bait and 1 muscle at the cost of 350 GP, which at the like collectible rate of these fish, I'm not too worried about. Let's PGF this just to see where we go. Because do they give me the things? Yeah, they do. So like, even if we got a average size one of these, we're gonna hit gold. That's not too bad. I think the trick for this one is just knowing that you can fight and then modest lure into the second fight. Like, that'll be it. But because the mooch is a guaranteed collectible, you really, I think, if you're using patience 2, at worst you need 2. Hold on, what was that last pseudogar that we got that was under? That was only 1,000. And that was large, right? Pseudogar, yeah. At worst, you only need 2. Yeah, okay. That's not too hard of a mission then. Is this it again? It is. Let's just do it again. And let's see if we can do it in, like, even less bait. See if we can do it in less than 10 bait, or in less than 5 bait. Because I think if that's the case, if you only need 2, you can do it all within 1 patience too. Oh, game audio's a little laggy. Turn that up, my bad. So we spare full hand. Oh yeah, no, we got plenty of GP for this. Let me also start up a note for this so I can remember. My like little pseudo wiki that I have. Is this an A? This is A. I just gave myself enough notes to remember what the strategy is, and I'll make it cleaner later. That's 1,000. At worst, we're gonna get 1,000. You only need to do this twice. Okay. That's easy. Easy peasy. I think at worst it's gonna take you 3 bait. At best, you can do it in 2. Ideally, you could do it in 1 if you get really lucky and get the ferocious bite off of this. Because I don't think, yeah, the max size of the pseudo guard doesn't go high. But if you get the magnetite skink, minimum is 2,000. Morning. It's still morning. It's midday. It's not afternoon yet. Oh, the other thing too, you can't get drone bits unless you're in a gold chain. Just as an FYI, if you haven't noticed that yet. Collapse tunnel specimen is... Sure, we can do that one. We need to, what we do need to do is figure out the timing difference between the Pseudomander and the Collapse Sucker and see if there's overlap, because if there isn't, then you can just ambitious lure into the bite and win. Yeah, no, this only comes from chains. But let's do the red maggot testing one more time. I really want to see if I can catch one of these skinks. Because if it's a single skink under large size is enough to win. Also, I can just wait for the tick. Do this. Also, it looks like Squeaker and Shell might be identifiable. Unfortunately, Shell is the longer bite, so you can't just, like, wait. Someone in the Marlboro chat right now is just saying, okay, this song, the Oizys song, Oizys song, how did they describe it? It's growing on me. They're calling it country ragtime pop. Nope, there's the skink. Use that to confirm. What was that bite? About 20 seconds? Cool, that was like max time. I'll have to go back and watch the VOD just to make sure that it was exactly 20 seconds. That's not a skink though. That's not what a skink looks like. Coopers. God, that's gold. Okay. So we just did red Cosmo. Let's go back to collapsed tunnel specimens. Let me finish writing up my notes and then we'll do collapsed tunnel. I see. No, Sparkle hand plus IC. Cast out. Second muscle. Mooch it. Powerful hook set. Bite. If it's a skink, done. If not, mooch other muscle to be done. Get a squeaker. I already made a note about slapping squeaker. Okay, so I have those notes. And then this is collapsed tunnel specimen. I'm gonna probably off camera here. Excuse me. Probably off camera, I will do some timing testing. Naming way is funny like that sometimes, yes. Naming way can be a goober. Okay, so for this one, we need to go for the ferocious bite. And then I think maybe, oh wait, hold on, what's your... Maybe we get to 5 golds and then just go do Dune at 4. I think we might be able to time it that way. Okay, so we need a collapsed sucker for this one, which is a ferocious bite over 14 seconds. We're gonna modest lure because we are limited on time, so we want to be efficient. So if we can see that there is a time difference between Pseudomander and Collapsed Sucker, then we can confidently reel in a bite. This makes me think that this is going to be a Pseudomander. But if it's not, we just identical cast and then double hook with a multi-hook. Okay, so it is, which is fine. So now we can just use this to basically force it. Now, even though from what we can see, this mission is full of powerful hook set fish, with the exception of 2 out of the like 6 in total. Oh, I could have brought. Okay, I should have used multi-hook, and then I just would have triple hooked into that. That's an error on my part, but you can save that by just going yoink, yoink, click. Don't even have to use a cordial. Which is great because I blow so many cordials on these missions. So multi-hook, this will give us 2 normally, and then multi-hook will double that to 4, which will give us the 5 we need, and then we basically do it in less than 2 minutes. That's pretty good. So that's not too hard, actually. Collapsed tunnel specimen, that's the 4th gold. We actually could probably get another chain. We could probably get another chain before 4. If not, we could probably also just get it during Dune Resources Emergency 2. So I think if you get an immediate ferocious bite, that's Pseudomander. So this should be Pseudomander. Yep. And then we use multi-hook, cast out, and then for this we'll use Ambitious Lure again, and if we get a ferocious bite, we can use triple hook. Now there's 3 other strong bites like that one that could bite, which is unfortunate, but at least with Ambitious Lure we can force it, and it doesn't feel like it's too rare, which is a nice little change of pace. Yeah, so we triple hook. This should give us 6. I also had 1 triple hook slip earlier today, and I was so sad because it destroyed. I was on my 5th gold chain. Let me just do it again. This is how I figure out these strategies. I just do the missions over and over again and then write it down. There is one thing I do need to test with Dune strategy, or the Dune thing. The Dune mission. So that should be Pseudomander. I think that might actually be a sucker. That one felt a little delayed, and I don't have my beep on, my beeping macro for... Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So I have a macro, and you can find them in like the description of all my videos, is I have macros for Ambitious and Modest Slur that will give a little sound effect whenever the grace period is over, and I have a feeling this is a mission where that would be really useful. Alright, so that's easy. Let's do it again. Let me bring out the... Oh, that was the superstar. Okay, cool. Let me bring that out. Let me bring out that macro one more time. Let's use that really quick. I need that back. And then we'll do that one more time here. Basically, all this macro does is that whenever you use Ambitious Lure, it counts 5 seconds, which is the cooldown for a fish to bite after using Ambitious Lure. But it resets itself whenever you use Ambitious Lure again. And so on the 3rd one, when you're done, it just beeps. So this, I double hooked this thinking that it's a sucker. Which isn't going to be a killer. Yeah, that's fine. You can totally do this mission without, with the timing, you don't even need multi-hook. Because I'll just triple hook this, and unless it slips... Now, you expend a cordial, so I probably won't recommend doing it this way. But if you have the little macro timer here that says, like, we're done with the cast thing, and if right as that happens, right as that grace period ends and the little, like, beep happens, that bite is going to be a Pseudomander. Anything after that will probably be a collapse sucker. Alright, let's go do actually over here. Over here at the Moros Well. This is where we're gonna be doing the Dune missions. This one I think is going to be very popular because it's relatively straightforward and this way. It's relatively straightforward and it is good for drone parts and the make sure I'm in the Moros Well correctly. Yeah, it's good for drone parts, and it gets you the Oizys exploration tokens. So this one, if I remember correctly, it's a not Patience 2, it's Prize Catch into Ambitious Lure, yes. So Prize Catch into Ambitious Lure, and we're looking for the Ferocious Bites. There are 2 2 ferocious bites, and if you get one of them, you can basically guarantee to win, but it's quicker to get the large, like the big fish, the sandworm. So we'll rest those. Though I do need to do one of those. I do need to do one of these missions where I slap those, because if you slap it, then you're guaranteed it, but then GP gets a little rough. Nope, don't like that. Go away. And it's timed too, which is why it's gonna be weird because if you get the saw, you have to wait, but it's like a guaranteed wait. So I'm going to do this now, actually. Let's see what happens. So I should have enough GP to move. Yeah, that should be fine if I do this. That won't cap me. I can do this, cast. Now the next bite should be a ferocious bite, like it should be a forced ferocious bite. If it's a sandworm, it's an easy win after that. Oh, maybe it won't be actually, now that I'm looking at it, because I would need to identical cast and large. I need 500 GP. Unless this actually gives me everything that I need. Oh, that's more assault. That's even worse. Yeah, I don't... this one is weird to me. Slapping. I don't know if I'm going to recommend slapping because that 200 GP spend can really screw things up. Because if you slap it, you're down 200, and then you still have to spend another 1,000, no, 700 plus, you need to spend 1,200 GP, and you have barely enough to do that. Yeah, I don't think you should slap. I don't think you should slap the what's it called? Stygian Pseudomander. Oh, well, that's my neighbor returning the shovel. I don't have to answer the door, but I do need to grab that. Wordnay, how's the new planet treating you? It's quite fun. Okay, yeah, I don't think, yeah, not recommending slapping that Stygian. Because, yeah, we're not going to be able to finish this on gold. We got bronze, which is fine, but we're not going to get gold. Now my dad's texting me. But we can just keep doing that. So let's do this the way that I'm recommending. So I think the best way to go about doing this, because GP is going to be really tight to do this effectively, is you prize catch into an ambitious lure stack, and then you wait for the ferocious bite, triple hook it, and then that should give you enough GP to get a identical cast off. And if it's a saw, you have to wait until you have enough for a you have to make sure you have enough for a double hook, and then if it isn't, then you get, if it's a sandworm, you can use prize catch and cast off. So like this is the one that you'll have to wait for, which is going to freak some people out, I think, because it's like, it's a time mission, why do I have to wait? Because it's going to guarantee you a win. So that's why I don't think slapping is right. Now what I'm going to try and figure out before I put the guide out tonight, tomorrow, is how much time exactly you would need. It's not hard to calculate. I just need to know how much time you need to, at minimum, wait for a bite to happen. So I think if it's like, what, 20 seconds, I'm going up 8, 9 seconds will give me 24. So yeah, that would be fine. I could probably even have gone around 360, maybe 370. But that's just like the level of optimization you can have with this. But then you double hook. If you get a saw, you have to double hook. And this is the only version where you have to wait. If you get the sandworm, you don't need to wait. You just prize catch, identical cast, and cast back out because it'll be enough to not kill it. This should be enough to be gold. And you repeat and just do it again. And this is a good one to chain. I think I've only failed this one, well, outside of testing the strategy of slapping. I've only failed this one once, outside of that. By just going with the prize catch, triple hook method on this. And again with the saws. Alright, so let's try it around 360 this time. Because that's what, 8 GP every 3 seconds or so, with a 24-second bite time minimum, with what we know. I'll have to confirm that later. Divided by 3 seconds, so you need 8 times 8. I could probably do it right now. No, I cannot do it right now. I was a little too quick there. I think now I should be able to do it. Okay, so a slight change in plans for today's stream. I was going to do a long continuous stream into the afternoon, but I have a thing coming up here in half an hour that I need to do, which means I am going to miss that cloudy weather, but that's fine. So I'm going to be on here for another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go on break for a little bit, and then I'll be back this afternoon. So we're going to keep it going. I just have to go and take care of something. I'm also like surprised that it's already been almost an hour and a half streaming this. This doesn't feel like it's been that long, but I guess we did start with a red alert, and those are like a full duration red alert. Let me mention this to... Oh, perfect. Okay, so this is one of those cases where you don't need you don't have to wait. So if you get the Moros sandworm, you have one Moros sandworm is enough to go from a triple hook into the gold, because you only need a total of 4. I mean, you need well over a total of 4. In theory, you probably don't even have to identical cast, but you have the GP, you might as well. You could probably get away without using a cordial and identical casting and just using prize catch and ambitious lure. But why risk it probably be the last one unless we get really lucky with the next few bites here. Go away, weak bites. Oh, I need to swap my other macro off though. Go here. Macro in. Now, I've only ever... Oh, I don't use the macro. Don't do that. I've only ever had one triple hook slip so far today. Actually, okay, let's try this really quick. I know it's kind of... Well, I just used the cordial. That's fine. I would have had enough GP anyways. Because one Moro saw is good enough. Actually, even you probably don't even need to prize catch. Yeah, so in theory, you could just, if you get a Moro Sandworm, you just cast back out again. You don't need anything. You just need to get another Ferocious Bite. So in theory, you don't even need to prize catch. I'll have to double check that. Oh, you don't have those. Okay, yeah, we'll have to check the rates, but that might be the better way. That might be the more like frugal way of handling it. But alright, how are we doing on our research? 3, 5, 3, 4, and 6. Okay. You give me 3 and 6. We haven't done the Moros well environmental survey. What's the goal of this one? Score the number of sizes. 3,800. We want the Moros Horned Viper. Oh, is this another one where we can just skip? How much you want to bet that if I do this one, we can probably skip using Stellar Hook Set? Alright, so the Moros Well Environmental Survey is an A rank mission where we have to get 3,800 for gold. I'm going to use A lure or Ambitious Lure because there's only 2 powerful hook sets. And so if I can just get one, I can guarantee the other. How much time do I have? 30 minutes? Easy. How much fate do I have? Yeah, okay. Okay. This is one of those missions where it's like, I don't feel like you need to do much. Yeah, so triple hook this. This should give me 36. Right? Yeah. Yeah, 3,600 points. And I don't even have to identical cast this. I don't need to expend any cordial. I can just use Ambitious Lure. And then basically just reel in the next powerful, anything that's powerful, and that'll put me over. Yeah, that was a quick gold. Quick and easy, okay. How many more A ranks do we have? There's one Class A we haven't done yet. Okay, why don't we do this other Dune mission then? Because this one's not... This one's a little weird, but it's not that hard. So we have to get the... Yeah, we have to get the target score, which is 37,000. I did this one, and I feel like I maybe screwed this one up once. Whatever. We can make it work. But we do need to get an inverted horn helm to Mooch. Yeah, I think here. Inverted horn helm, what would be the best way? Probably we'll do it this way. I'm thinking we can use... I think we could probably use Modestler here. Because we can isolate the bite out of the inverted horn helm. And because we have like a billion hours to do this. So that's too quick. That would be a scorpion. We want the longer replay. I guess in theory you could also just use like one patient's to duration because you have no time limit, you have no bait limit. You could pretty much just turn on patience 2 and catch anything for this one, but if you wanted to do it quickly, you would need to know how to identify hornhelms, which I think that was not a hornhelm. Oh, it was. Great, sweet. Do this. This, do this, do this. So basically I'm just setting up the ability to multi-hook an upcoming rise catch off of a ferocious bite off these mooch. So what I'm going to do is hold this, do this. Oh, that's 400. That gives me 1,000. If I triple hook, would it be better? I'm going to wait for my GP to regen. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll mooch, and then I'll go for a triple hook, and that'll give me anywhere between 15 to 21,000. This gives me a moment to check on the spreadsheet to see if I have to make any updates. Couple, yes. So we're just waiting for my GP here because we have no rush. And it's the 5th gold in our chain. So why risk it? This is a mission where it's like I'm going to get gold if I just don't rush anything. Let me just make sure I can do this. Anomaly adaptation. So if you are also watching from the fish cord, thank you for submitting your bite times if you are doing that. 1725, 1213. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Got that one nailed down, and then Megalithopolis. Isn't that a movie? No, that was Megalopolis, is what I'm thinking of. All right, so we're gonna go this. And we're gonna hope for the more valuable fish, but if not, we'll just take whatever we get. We'll take a triple hook. 6, 10, 2, and 3, 46. Iron Sand Lizard. Not ideal, but I mean, it works. So we're just gonna do that again. We'll just wait for our GP to regen. Triple hook again. This is slow. It's probably better now that I'm doing this and seeing this. It's probably just better to use Patience 2 because you'll get the GP back through Angler's Art stacks and not even worry about multi-hooking. This also, though, would have been a really interesting... This would have been an interesting place to have multi-hook, the stellar action. But now I'm just rambling. Okay, back to fish. Someone's reporting that they're letting you hit identical maps on pooch fish. Oh, wait, I bet you I know what that's coming from. There was a thing where you were able to do that with Spareful Hand at some point, and I think that that was what it's part of. So I'm just gonna basically just start reeling things in now to kind of limp our way to 3,000 more points. Are we almost broken? We are. Moros Scorpion average size 2. Slowly reel these in. Yeah, we can take more now. Start getting some average sizes on this. Oh wait. Add a node, I guess. Odd weight, iron, sand, lizard. 5630. Do you have? You all have ranges? No. 5630. We have to add a column in this sheet. That's fine. For report, that's a superstar. That was easy to do. It just took time. Okay, let's go do a stellar return. We can get 5... Yeah, we can get 5 more artifacts. Let's go do those now. For those of you... So I mentioned before, you can only get the drone bits while you're in a gold chain. If you come back to the main hub and talk to Cade, you can turn those drone bits to get modules, which you then use, and it's basically like treasure hunts. So I use one of these. It'll tell me where I need to go, and then I just go. So I can take the Cosmoliner out down there. Take it, what, 1 stop, turn left? Yeah, 1 stop, go straight. And if you've done like the trimmed sacks in I think Occult Crescent, Eureka, Alice of the Dead, Pilgrim's Traverse, like that type of thing, it's basically the same mechanic. Except instead of having to find the drops, they tell you where it is and you just have to go recover it. Like, it's pretty straightforward. And then you'll get either a bronze, silver, or gold ancient record. I've only ever gotten bronze, but I've seen people get a bunch of, like, silver ones. Where are we going? Oh, not too far north. You don't even need the Cosmoliner for this one. also need to start turning these in for the... Oh, I already have over a stack. Oh, that's great. Thought I still only had 200 for some reason. Ooh, that's a silver. That's good. A few more. Where? Oh. Okay. We'll return to that one and take the Cosmo liner down. Go grab another one. I've only this is the first silver that I've gotten, so I don't know if anyone's already ground out a bunch of them to get an idea. Okay, Pori, thank you for the follow. Just take the Cosmo liner around a little bit. So we need to go here, so turn right. And then north, grab the 8th right, and it's probably better to go right again. Left, not right. Maybe right. Long lost carrot. This really quick. Did I grab this one already? I must have. I don't remember getting it. Alien dance. Give you a Mora dance instead. Come on. Yeah. Website, work with me. Close. Alright, do another swing around here. I think it'd be fun to just collect a bunch of these and then turn them all in. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but I know that I'm going to be grabbing a bunch of these artifacts at some point, so I might just start holding on to them. Can you sell them? Only available for exploration, market prohibited market. Can you sell the drone modules? I'm assuming no. Can't do it while mounted. Oh, and I need to meld my rod. That's the other thing I need to do at some point. Okay. Well, we can go find out if we can sell these really quick, because we have one left. There you are. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you can. You can sell these? What? Hold on, I'm gonna put this last one up for like 750k and see what happens. I'm surprised by that, but I also shouldn't be. I don't know. On one hand, like I remember back in Endwalker when they were talking about how they needed a gold sink because there was too much gold in the game. And then we're talking about like, oh, people need stuff to do. They don't feel like they have enough to do or something like that. I was like, if they would just... Where? Oh, it's up top. Like if they would just... I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of everything being buy and sellable. I think it would be kind of cool to have it be not that. So where do I need to go up to here? I think it'd be really cool if we didn't have to like, as nice as it is to be able to sell things and just make a ton of money on day one off of things. There's like a certain level of just like having prestige, of having a thing that you have to like earn. I guess is probably the thing that I'm thinking of. Yes, if there was less RNG, that I would definitely be a little bit more in a line with. But I also I'm like, if they're using the ability to buy and sell things as a way to mitigate RNG, I would rather than lower the RNG than not make it buy and sellable. But yeah, like if I want anything now, I just buy it. Especially when there's like sub-farms and everything. Let's go turn these in. See if we get anything. We didn't get a gold, which is fine. But we'll appraise all of these. Get some junk. Parasol. Make this a little bigger. Ooh, wait, you can get golden tail pies from these? That's fun. Fabric rack. I love materia. Yeah, wait for the raid orchestrians. I think the raid orchestrians are a good example of like those. I think are fine being sellable, because I think the other hand is if you do something monumental, but it's something that you can do continuously, then it would make sense to be like, yeah, go ahead and be able to sell it, so that you can profit off that. Sky blue and a delineation. Not what we wanted. Now I just have more junk in my inventory. Let's meld you really quick. I was working on blue mage. Throw you on. How much do we have? Oh, like 135, 137 we can throw on. Yeah, let's see if we can get this. Okay, we got it in one. 17% in one. Alright, that's gonna be it. Is it this 20? Yes. I mean, we lose. Only 4. 35 out of 7% chance. Lost 10. Can I do another 20? No. Can I do a 15? No. 10? Sure, we'll slap a 10 in there. I just need to get over... Oh, right, that was all my materia. Nope, I can't do you. Oh, I can do you again, okay. 5% chance of 20. Oh, that's more than 20. Ouch. Those were Guile 11s. I can buy those here, I think. How many can I buy? 19? Let's just start with 10. Save myself a little bit of hassle here. I'm going to be making this all back again anyway, so I'm not really too worried about it. So we can get it in 10. Not feeling it. No. Okay. How much does that give me? I think that's over 100. Let's find out. And the reason I'm doing this is specifically for the Cosmo Krill test mission. We're finding that you really need higher perception for it, so I'm hoping to find one where you don't necessarily need to have to use food all the time. But we'll just see what that puts us at. Yeah, just over 3,700 would be fine. Let me add this as a Cosmo... Nope, don't edit the portrait. Edit, reassign, change that name, there it is. Expo. Find perk. And we'll throw you down in here. So now I can just give myself, just for that mission, if I can remember, I'll give myself 3,700 and see if we can do well with that without needing food, or if you need food or not. Because the one thing with this is gathering is important, but it's not as important, and it seems like for that mission specifically, you want to have high perception. But we'll have to get to that this afternoon. I got the Everything Burns Orchestrion like week 1, I think. And I turned around and sold it for a few mil with the intention of buying it when it gets cheaper. Got some cunning. I want the barding. I really want this barding. It's gonna look goofy, but I want it. Nope. Nope. Maybe? Nope. No. No. We tried. Oh, Denmo is still streaming? Okay. I can do one more run through of these. I don't want to do resources again, though. That I don't want to do. What is this one? I haven't done this one yet. Magnetic Horizon Environmental Survey. Is that the... I love these rocks. So Magnetic Horizon Environmental Survey. Environmental Survey. Magnetic Environment. B rank. What do we get? Stellar hook set 647, 3,000 points or above. Okay, see what happens. It's a B rank, so it's not gonna give us we're not gonna get anything from the gold rank or the gold chain, so that's fine. And I know I want to probably go for the Ferocious Bite, so I'm just going to catch this and slap on perception. That's fine. Actually, it'd be really funny if I could change gear during this, but I'm not gonna try. So now I'm aileroning into the Ferocious Bite. See, at the time I got the Everything Burns Orchestrion, I wanted to, so that's why I sold it. Now, if I got the Extremes, the mirror, that I would have used, like, immediately, because that's what I want. multi hook this? Does this do anything? I know this is a long bite. I know this isn't the bite that I need. But I'm curious as to how this would work. Yeah. 200. Okay. What I do like about the time limits, and I don't think Fena did this very well, but there is a benefit if you aren't level 100 doing like the lower ranks. So like if you're B and doing it at level 80, then it makes sense that you have 90 minutes because you're not going to have, or 30 minutes because you're not going to have as much, you're not going to have as much resources at your disposal, so having more time is just more generous. But I really feel like all the A ranks should be not 30 minutes. Do this, do that, and I don't even need it. I'm 100 off. Oh, you just try to keep a complete collection. Did you eventually get the Mahjong music? I probably could have waited for that. Yeah, yeah, I know it's at 1600. Oh, you got it. You got the 6 matches. Oh boy. That's another one knocked out. I think for that one, you might be able to just get away with Ambitious Lure, and then Stellar Hook Set, Identical Cast, Prize Catch, Identical Hook Set again, or Stellar Hook Set again. I'm getting a feeling that some of these missions are just going to be better if you wait. Because you have the time, you can wait just a little bit. Right, so I have a thing that I have to go do that just kind of came up. So I'm going to end the stream here, and I'm going to kick you over to Denmo, who I hope is still streaming. Yes. I'm going to kick you over to Denmo. I will be back later today. I will probably be back. I have to after I'm done with this thing. So I'll probably see you all again maybe in an hour or two for a couple more hours of this. I hope to do more testing on stream of the Cosmo Krill test mission, but that's only during clouds. So anyways, just in case, for anyone who is watching, you can follow me here on these fine little channels, YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky, and Twitter, that I don't really post on except for announcements that I'm streaming and videos. So you can have fun with that. But that's about it. My name is Fruity Snacks. I make fishing content for Final Fantasy XIV and apparently other games now. We're going to send you over to Denmo. And I will maybe see you this afternoon. We'll see how this midday thing goes. If not, whatever. So anyways, thank you everyone. Sorry to cut it short. Like I said, I wanted to do it a little bit longer, but I have to go take care of this thing now. But until then, I will see. Is he playing Guitar Hero? Or is that just a video? I don't know. Denmo's fun. Go tell him to fish or something. I don't know. Anyways, have fun, guys, and I will talk to you all either later today or tomorrow. Bye.